The channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to get rid of fleas with 100% success rate. What we'll be talking about is amateur use products, okay? So I want you to forget everything you've been trying to look at on Facebook, on Google or whatever, right? What we're going to start off with is this. This is wet, ready to use pesticide, okay? We'll go on, we'll talk about this a bit more in a few seconds, right? What I want you to do is to get rid of all these. These are foggers, flea bombs, one-shots, so whatever you like to call them, yeah? And there is a thriving industry out there on Google for people to sell you this. And that is where people are first turning to get rid of fleas, and it is the wrong approach. Okay, so the second one is, we've got fleas, we've all walked into the pet shop, right, I'll buy a tin of this, yeah, we'll spray. Again, it is not the correct product to use, yeah. These have the places in pest control. So you'd use a fogger where you've got cluster flies in a loft, or fruit flies where the source of the infestation, such as a bag of rotten potato or whatever, rubbish, has been removed. Similar things with these. If we do a wasp treatment, there's wasps got inside the house. We'll mop them up with things like that. But no, not for fleas. So back to what we're trying to do. You want a wet pesticide because flea treatment is a whole house treatment. Okay, it's not just spray where the dog lies or around the settee. You're doing a whole house treatment. Okay? So, what we want you to do, the very first thing you need to do in a flea treatment is hoover the entire house. You move the settees, you hoover under them, you hoover under the cushions, you hoover under the beds, you move the beds if possible, or lift them up. Okay? Obviously, take care, you don't want to injure yourself. If someone lifts it up, put a couple of books underneath the bed so if they drop it, you don't break your wrist. I would hate to be responsible for someone being injured. Okay? So you hoover the entire house. You concentrate on the edges of carpets, cracks and crevices. And then you empty that hoover. So next, what I want you to do is to buy some ready-to-use insecticide. Just like this one. Right, now this contains cypermethrin. Now don't get excited. Dash off, close the video and go and buy this yet. This will be used on our second treatment. Now, us pest controllers, I'm going to show you this one. This is something we would use. Now it's a concentrate, okay? And the reason you can't easily get it is we had to pass a lot of exams and training to get hold of concentrates, because if they're not used properly, you're potentially going to injure someone. It gets into a water course. You could be in trouble. Yeah, so these are ready for use, RFU. Someone has made that up for you, so it is much, much safer, and amateurs can buy them. Now, what I want you to do, let's have a look at the life cycle of a flea. Okay, so you've got an adult flea. It lays many eggs. These hatch into larvae. And then eventually they go into a pupa, which is it's a silk wrapped cocoon, a bit like a caterpillar when it's been eating leaves. Yeah, and then it has a metamorphosis, sheds its skin and out hatches a beautiful butterfly, or in this case an adult flea. And this is what's giving people the problem. Because there will be many eggs that hatch into larvae. People do flea treatments, the pupa is impenetrable to pesticide, even wet pesticide. The eggs are impenetrable to pesticide, right? So your treatment, what I'm going to show you to do, will demolish all the fleas. It will demolish the larvae, alright? It's the pupa will keep hatching. Okay, this is why we need residual pesticides. Residual means it hangs around, a bit like a very bad neighbour for the flea in the carpet, all through the house, on all surfaces. Yeah, and people think they're failing because they'll do a treatment, and the next thing, they're seeing fleas again, and as soon as they hatch from this pupal case, the first thing they want is a blood meal. Right, so what I want you to do is to go for a ready for use RFU pesticide, and I want you to find one that has an insect growth regulator, right? Either S-methoprim or pyriproxyfen. Now I'm not apologising, you're going to have to learn, so I'm not talking about trade names too much, you're going to have to learn chemical names. This is why I'm holding this up, so you can refer back to it. You probably have to watch this video a couple of times. And what I'm asking, why I'm saying this is, what these two chemicals will do, and they're not particularly dangerous, so don't get upset. They're going to take that larval stage out, yeah? They're going to keep it as a larva for a long time, and then when it does pupate, it messes it right up, yeah? So it can't form a proper adult flea. So try to find something that has got these compounds in. Now, these are ready for use. There's two here, yeah? So do a bit of Googling, ready for use insecticide, 5 litres, what you want, because it's going in a compression sprayer. Okay, these two have got an insect growth regulator in. Now the next product, so you found your insect growth regulator. The next thing you may see natural chrysanthemum extract. Yeah, this is a natural product, great flea killer. There's no resistance to it. Okay. If you're really lucky, you may find a ready for use insecticide, 5 litres, with a synergist in. Piperonyl butoxide. Now that prevents the fleas and the larvae from breaking the pesticide down. It's not critical. Okay, if it's in your country, you're lucky. The backbone of all flea treatments will be cypermethrin. Now that's residual. Doesn't break down easily in sunlight. Okay, this is what it's going to hang about, stay in the carpet for weeks, and target the fleas. Now it takes you about 3 weeks to get rid of fleas, or it takes us. If you want it done really quick, you're going to have to pay thousands of pounds, thousands of dollars, euros for a full house heat treatment. Okay? So we've gone through, we've chose a wet insecticide, 5 litres. That is the correct product. Yeah? What you need to do is read the product label thoroughly. It will tell you how to use it. You are bound into a legal contract with this if you start being stupid. Yeah, they are much safer than concentrates. You know, please don't go running out trying to get this, because the others will work for you. The other thing, getting rid of fleas or bad infestations will cost you a little bit of money. It's not going to cost hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds. Pest controllers charge that for half a day's work. Yeah. Because we don't do anything for nothing. So your next stage is, you've got to break the bloodline between the house and the flea, or as they said in American Werewolf in London, a great film, yeah? You've got to break the bloodline between the werewolf and the people, as it was running around doing things that weren't very pleasant, like eating them. So what I would suggest is, from what I found this year with some horrific flea treatments, yeah, is that this product, fipronil, seems to be failing. And it's not just me as a pest controller is saying that, yeah? Now there's one called, forget it, NexGuard, sorry. That's the active ingredient, okay? What I want you to do, I'm a pest controller, I'm not a vet. I want you to, if you can't get rid of fleas, if you're having bad infestations, I want you to talk to a vet and say, we'd like to try something more advanced. Don't want you to prescribe fipronil. You go through the risks of it all, you chat to the vet, okay? So then the next thing you're going to need is a compression sprayer. This is one that we use, this is a professional use one, okay? Now you can use a 5 or 7 litre garden sprayer. A lot of you will have used insecticide in it, or even weed killer, so wash it all out thoroughly. And then what I want you to do is to fill it up, is to pressurise it and to spray, and to gently undo the nozzle so it is not on a fine mist but comes out in a 30-degree cone. yeah? We don't want it as a single jet, we want a 30-degree cone, okay? Then what you're going to do is to spray the entire house, yeah? I want you to have a dry run with nothing in the compression sprayer. Yeah, you have a dry run all the way around the house because you've never done this before, yeah? And what you're going to need is about 10 litres for the first treatment, yeah? If it's a very, very big house, 15, if you've got 4 bedrooms or whatever, you know, work this out accordingly. Yeah, you do a dry run with the sprayer so that you get used to the feel of it. Then what I want you to do is to put just water in, okay? Read the product label on how many mils per square metre and practice. Have a little go on a clean floor or a big piece, you know, 1/2 metre of cardboard. Give it a waft. You want about 90% coverage, yeah? Or even if you can put up with it, do the house with just water and watch how your insecticide volume's going down, yeah? You know, there's no way you're going to, if you don't use 5 litres on a room, so you'll get a feel for it, okay? Then the next thing you will do is you'll do it for real. And you'll do it for real with the insecticide that we've just described. So we want a natural, either cypermethrin or natural pyrethrum with an insect growth regulator, which is pyriproxyfen or S-methoprene, right? We want to target that larval stage, okay? Now, if you're watching this and you've got something like clothes, moths or carpet beetles, don't use an insecticide with an IGR, because if you mess it up and you fail, yeah, that thing will carry on damaging your furniture or whatever your clothes, okay? Doesn't affect us with fleas, because the larvae are not attacking us, they're not eating the carpet. What they are doing is biting us, right? So your second treatment, 14 days later, go and get yourself some nice cheap cypermethrin, right? The nice residual. Yeah, this is not going to cost you much, okay? You do your second treatment about 14 days after. Now there's a few other things we need to tell you about fleas. If it's that bad, you're moving out, okay? Because they keep hatching from pupal cases, the fleas will detect that there's no animal or person there and they go into diapause, which is asleep. The moment you walk back in that room, they will have gone, a lot will have also completed the life cycle. They'll be all over you. You also need to evaluate your infestation. If you're just getting a few bites around the ankles, yeah, okay, 2 treatments. If, like I was in a house this year when I sat down to talk to the customer, I didn't realise they'd moved out of the house and within seconds I had 30 fleas on me, and that was the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, you may need to do 3 treatments. I'm sure there's one out there that needs 4. It's not because it's not working, it's this constant hatching of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds out of the pupal case, and then the first thing they want to do is have a blood meal, okay? You get things where it is also temperature dependent. If you were in somewhere very, very cold, then again, the life cycle can stop or it can be stretched out over months. So you want to keep the house warm. You've sprayed the second treatment, the residual, the cypermethrin based insecticide, again 10 litres, okay, for an average sized house. If you've got a flat, you'll have some left, but you don't want to run out. Whenever you do a treatment, you read that product label, you exclude all the pets, you exclude everyone else until the product is dry, and then it's perfectly safe. So if you're doing this, yeah, you want to get yourself a pair of coveralls, a bit like what the decorators wear, an FFP2 or an N95 mask, yeah, some gloves, okay, and I recommend spraying at minimum also around the edges of the walls at 18 to 20 inches, alright? And don't forget to concentrate on cracks and crevices. And the last thing is for people that have rented properties or estate agents, yeah, someone may have moved out who's had a pet, and you've got that flat, that house full of fleas, so the estate agent walks in, fleas come out of diapause like that, bam, they're biting you. If you do a DIY treatment, yeah, you are going to have to go in with bin bags on your legs or Wellington boots and waterproof trousers and have a good stamp around every day, yeah, for nearly 3 weeks. We recommend 24 days before you see the last of the fleas. Now there's one very important thing. While this treatment is going on, from the first treatment, you do not hoover, nor do you mop. All you will do is remove all that insecticide and it won't work. Yeah? If the house has been empty for a long time, you spray it. You spray with the first treatment we've described. Then you go and stamp, you've got to keep coming in and stamping about. Yeah? And that is the flea treatment. That is exactly what we do. So please like and subscribe, yeah, to this channel, because we will be doing some real work with people that have got fleas, and we'll show you the application. But we'll go on further into other pest species like bed bugs, which are horrific to get rid of, mice in houses, rats, moths, the whole lot, and you'll get to see some real jobs. So, please give us your time, like and subscribe. But everyone, please stay safe. Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.